Hi everyone, and it's been a while since my last video, so I had lots of things happening here. So yeah, I will try to be more consistent in the future, but can't promise you though. Uh, so actually, I came up with the idea of this video recently because I have lots of people around me talking around AI. I communicate with developers, with testers, with technical and non-technical guys, and actually I see that the adoption of AI grows in the companies and in the daily life. So people starting to use it more, as I see it. But still, when I talk to someone, sometimes I see lack of understanding of the ways of interacting with AI, because for someone AI is just a chat, for others it's some coding assistant integrated in some developer environment, yeah, I just have an idea to try to clear that gap. And let's start with the documentation, with this nice documentation provided by Claude. And you can see, to get started, you have several options to choose. It could be a terminal, it could be VS Code, desktop app, web, and JetBrains, so it's a plugin. But anyways, for someone reaching this website for the first time, could look really overwhelming. You know, there are lots of options, and what to use for some particular goal is often not that clear. So I just offer you to take a look, to take a more closer look one by one. And yeah, let's start with the web version of Claude, and here you can see pretty common interface, and basically it's a direct chat with the agent, so you can ask whatever you want. Hey, what's the weather today? And basically it uses skills. Sometimes it uses skills when it needs to. You can also set your own skills, define it here. You can also could be referred here to the design section, and basically it would be some dedicated functionality. So I would say it's another interface of communication when you specifically need to design some PowerPoint presentation, or you would like to render something. So it's pretty good for design and for creating some infographics, for example. But here is a pure chat communication. You can ask something, you can make the Claude retrieve data from the internet for you. So it's pretty common and pretty standard way of interacting with Claude using the web interface. And to start using Claude on your local machine, using your CLI or terminal, you have to install basically the application, some software on your machine. And here you can see different ways depending on your operational system, and in my case it's Mac OS. I'm not sure, probably you can also download it from the internet or use these commands. So basically this command says that, hey, go here and fetch some data from this internet resource. So it's not some magical command, it's just basically a pure and straightforward way to tell your machine to go to the internet and download something. So yeah, I'll be using this one. And to be honest, I already have it installed. So let's see what happened. What will happen when I trigger that? Setting up Claude, installing Claude, setting up. Yeah, so you can see that it's already successfully installed. How it's running, and after the installation process, you can actually use it directly here in the terminal. So what we did, we just installed the Claude CLI version of Claude on our machine, and we can now call it from our terminal. So from our machine directly, we do not need to use web browser for that to reach the Claude. And yeah, now you have Claude installed on your machine. You can ask it to perform some direct operations on your machine. For example, I'll find download directory and open it. So comparing it to the web version, which we saw before, this way allows you basically to communicate with Claude directly from your own machine, and you can also allow Claude search your machine, and basically you can make Claude do anything on your local machine. So comparing to the way of communicating it on the internet, you have to download something there, right? And it will be stored on the Claude site somewhere. Here you have full control over the context which Claude could reach, and in the same time it's kind of dangerous way of communicating with Claude, because if you will grant all the permissions to the Claude, it could be able to retrieve everything, to see everything, to delete or to remove everything. So this is, I would say that it's one of the most powerful ones, but in the same time it's the most dangerous one way of communicating with Claude. Another way of communicating with Claude specified on the side is using VS Code or any other development environment, and basically it uses same idea as we explored here, using your local terminal on your local machine, like this on the Mac, or same on the window. For Windows it will be CMD, something like that, but it doesn't really matter because you're still using your local terminal in order to communicate with Claude. And basically the same idea could be used in any developer environment, but it's just a bit more convenient way, because here we can simply call Claude just in the same way like you did here. Once it's installed on your machine, it's reachable from everywhere on your machine. And yeah, same idea applies also here. And also inside development environment like VS Code, you can download and use plugins, which are for some people kind of more convenient way to use Claude Code. So here's some free plugin, you can download it, and it makes your interaction with Claude inside the development environment even more convenient. And it just adds some more functionality. As you can see here, we'll close it. We'll close that as well, this. And yeah, here you can also communicate with Claude using the plugin for VS Code. Another way of communicating with Claude is basically same like using the web version, like we used to check today, but for same purpose you could download the application on your machine and have it installed. So basically it's just a client which allows you to reach out to Claude and communicate with it from your local machine. Basically it adds you more context, more power. You can map the Claude on your local storage, on your local directories and folders here. And basically it has some additional functionality, it has some better design, and I would say that it's really good way. I would recommend that one for you, because here you can do pretty much everything, but it's still a chat. And if we're talking about coding assistance, that would be those examples. So it will be like CLI agent or some plugin for VS Code, and there you can use the agentic capabilities in a more effective way. And last but not least, the way of communicating with the Claude using JetBrains products, namely IntelliJ IDEA, PyCharm, WebStorm. So these ones are also development environments specifically designed for Java, Python, and TypeScript, JavaScript. And let me show it to you using IntelliJ IDEA for Java. The idea is just same, like using it in your local terminal, in your any development environments. But the idea is that you're having some software locally, CLI agent, and you can invoke it from any place on your machine. And here in this particular example, we simply call it from the IntelliJ IDE. And yeah, here Claude already sees this context. We're already in that folder, and you can ask it, please review code in main. So it's Claude requests some approve, and I also recommend it to you to always use that mode, like explicit approval from your side. And I encourage you not to use YOLO mode, which allows Claude to perform everything, because there are different unpleasant scenarios. I will talk about it probably in some other video, but yeah, just believe me, it's the most safest way to click approve. And yeah, some people will definitely disagree with me, but that's my opinion. So yeah, here you can see that Claude successfully loaded skill. You can also tune your Claude whatever you want. You can use skills here. Sorry, yeah. So yeah, once you install the Claude locally on your environment, you can extend it in any possible way you would like to. So, and yeah, here you can see the result of the review. So using the CLI, using the integrated terminal, we invoked the locally installed Claude. Some part of the software locally installed, but still for the data retrieval, it obviously goes to the internet, to the hosted Claude somewhere in the cloud, on the Claude servers, but it's another story already. So here you can see that Claude completed what we asked, and we can continue working on that particular code, just communicating with the agent here. So yeah, here we covered the most common ways of interacting with Claude, interacting with LLM. We didn't touch yet the API yet, because there are also some additional ways of communicating with the LLMs, but that was just the essentials, the foundational overview, I would say. And thank you so much for watching this. I hope that that would help someone, and I'm happy to share what I know so far. So thanks a lot for watching, and see you in the next video.